What would you do if someone you loved died 300,000 years ago? Would you just leave them where they fell? Or would something inside you refuse to walk away? Deep inside a cave system in South Africa, scientists found an answer no one expected. This is Rising Star Cave, and what researchers found here rewrote everything we thought we knew. Skeletal remains of Homo naledi, a small-brained relative of ours found deep in the cave's darkest chambers, arranged deliberately in shallow pits. No natural way for a body to end up this deep in a chamber this hard to reach without being carried there on purpose. If confirmed, this would be the oldest deliberate burial ever found, predating our own species' earliest graves by over 150,000 years. Not every scientist agrees. The debate is still unfolding, but something remarkable clearly happened in that cave. Now travel forward to a cave called Kafse in what is today Israel, 100,000 years ago. Here, our own species left behind the oldest confirmed intentional burial on Earth. A child, no older than 12 or 13, laid to rest with unmistakable care. Clasped against the child's chest, the antlers of a large red deer, an object with no practical use in a grave at all. Around the body, archaeologists later found 71 pieces of red ochre, deliberately placed, deliberately meaningful. This was not an accident or a convenience. This was ritual, some of the very first evidence of it anywhere in the world. Now travel further still to a cave called Shanida in what is today Iraq, 65,000 years ago. Here, a Neanderthal man was laid to rest, and for over 60 years, his grave told a story that captured the world's imagination. Scientists in the 1960s believed his body had been covered in wildflowers, a tender, deliberate act of grief. It became one of the most famous stories in archaeology, the Neanderthal flower burial. But decades later, a closer look at that same pollen told a very different story. The pollen clusters matched patterns left by burrowing bees nesting in the loose cave soil, not scattered flowers at all. The flowers were a myth, but the burial itself was not. Neanderthals really had laid their dead to rest deliberately, on purpose. Homo sapiens and Neanderthals buried their dead differently. Sapiens chose open terraces at the cave's edge. Neanderthals chose the deep, dark interior. One theory suggests burial served a second, quieter purpose, marking territory. A grave said unmistakably, "This place belongs to us." A shelter worth living in was also a shelter worth defending. And a grave was a claim no rival group could easily ignore. 3 different burials, 3 different peoples, each one choosing independently not to simply walk away. Every funeral today, every headstone, every flower actually placed by human hands traces back to instincts this old. We still cannot quite explain why it matters so much. We only know that it always has. That first hominin who refused to leave a body behind never could have imagined how far the instinct would travel. 300,000 years later, we are still doing exactly the same thing. We still refuse to just walk away.